Following a breakout season at Lawrence North High School, 7-foot basketball star John Stewart had captured the attention of AAU coach Gary Betts, who had hoped to pair him alongside one of the nation's top players in Zach Randolph. And when John and Zach got together, they instantly clicked.
That was a challenge for me because Zach is a joker also. He loved to have fun. And they would, every once in a while, they would be running down the court and they would pull each other's shorts down and they'd battle inside in the paint, and they made each other better.
John broke out in a big way in the summer of 1998. It started with a strong individual performance at the Nike camp in Indianapolis, where he also befriended future UK big man Marvin Stone, and continued later that month when No Excuses headed west.
A lot of the Division I coaches was trying to keep him a secret, and once they saw that, I mean, he was no longer a secret. He became highly recruited. You in Las Vegas, that was a big tournament that was going on. A lot of coaches there. Coach Smith, Coach Tubby Smith from Kentucky was there, and John wanted to play well, and he did play well. He was on a mission, and he knew that was going to be his last summer of AAU basketball, and we talked about it and said, you really need to show what you can do now, John, and he did.
So we had a chance to watch John Stewart play. Obviously, it was his skill sets, great hands, great touch around the basket. Ran the floor well for a big guy, and I mean, he was a big guy, and it was, I mean, he was massive. I mean, 275, and probably bigger, and just a gifted athlete.
And when he looked at John at AAU, he called me back and told me to bring John to Kentucky. He wanted to see him. And that was like July the 31st, because I couldn't talk to him on August the 1st. August the 1st, Tubby called me, told me to bring John down there. When we went down there, Tubby offered him a scholarship then because he seen him at AAU.
He said he saw Georgetown. He said it was cool, everything. But when he said Kentucky, man, his eyes lit up.
John Stewart came for his unofficial visit to Kentucky in the summer. He just came up to check out the school. He hadn't really been on an official visit.
I definitely remember him just being a nice guy, and it seemed like he wanted to be with us right then and there. And I could tell by the way he flocked around the guys, and he kind of hovered around us, kind of wanting to see what was, what it took and how it was, around the Kentucky basketball atmosphere. And it's funny because Keith Bogans was the same way. When he came on his visit, he acted like as if he was a part of our team, and that's how John was.
He went out one night and he come back. My son went out, and when he came back a man. I mean, he grew up overnight, which was good. I was really proud of him because he grew up.
Tubby's he's such a father figure type of coach. I think, what John got from him was that, yeah, we want you to, help our team, but we also, want to help you as well as far as, your own personal goals and finishing out college and finishing school. And that's one of the things I definitely appreciate Tubby doing for me as far as, making me a man.
Always when I talk to these players and recruit players, I ask them, I said, look, is this a place where you feel you could, I know it's down the road, but when you go visit a place, you talk with coaches, you meet players, you go out in the community, there's a place where you could live and raise your family someday. And those are the things those are questions that you have to ask yourself, and those are things you have to answer if you're a young person trying to make a decision. And I knew John would, he was going to be a great one, I'll tell you that. I was talking with John alone, and he said, Coach, man, I really want to come to Kentucky. I said, well, you think you ought to tell your dad that? He's like,
And I remember Tubby saying that, Big John he committed, he was going to come, and he was all excited.
Coming off a championship in 1998 in Tubby Smith's first season, Wayne Turner and company had just one goal for 1999.
repeat in St. Pete.
We've made our run for a national championship in '98. We're preparing the table now with Tayshaun Prince, Marvin Stone. We had some very talented players come in, Jules Camaro, my son. We had other guys returning. So he was important. He was very important to our program.
Jon Stewart was one part of what turned out to be one of the best recruiting classes in the entire nation. 5-star shooting guard Keith Bogans, Marquise Estel, and his buddy from that Nike camp, Marvin Stone.
You pretty much knew, man, he was bound for greatness, man. As soon as Kentucky was on his list and that's where he said he was going, you pretty much knew he was going to go up from there.